Hello, you are with OnEBoard. My name is Nina. I'm with Peggy and Bob. This is Weekly Tech Topic 12. Thank you for everyone who joined us on the chat on Twitter today. We talked about ChatGPT and SEO, and today as the previous sessions, we are going to share what we learned this week, starting with me. I was with Peggy with a session that was very fun, and we created a use case where we streamed from Peggy's channel, then we streamed from my channel, and we could stream to all the channels I was managing, something like, say, 20, and Peggy has 30, so we could stream 24 hours on any channel. We have manager access. So what I learned is that for businesses, it could be very useful for being the owner of the channel. You can delegate the streaming on a topic of close interest, related topics. And this is very new, and I'm very excited to see how it implements from businesses. For me, for my channel, I'll be traveling in June. I could agree with Peggy potentially that she could live stream the weekly updates for my audience. That would be fun too if we could do. So that's what was most impressive I learned this week. Personally, Peggy, to you.
So this week, I think my main learning theme was about generative AI. I got access to Google Bard, which is Google's text generator AI, and played with that a little bit. I thought it was really interesting, a little boring, I guess. I was hoping it'd be more like Google describes it as, generating ideas and brainstorming. And I thought it was a little boring for that, because for me, at least, I need some back and forth and maybe some ideas that are sort of out there rather than just the sort of standard things you could find anywhere. But probably early days, and maybe it will get better. The other thing I thought was really interesting was at Canva Create. They announced a whole bunch of new tools for Canva. Hard to describe it now. It does all kinds of design things. You can make graphics and edit videos and do text and presentations. But they have all these sort of AI-driven features that they're just launching, which I think is pretty interesting in terms of what you can do to sort of boost your creativity there. It's not a replacement for people's creativity. You still have to use your human judgment, but it gives you a starting place that you can kind of then work from if you're having trouble getting going. So
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking this week.
I think as far as I get Bard in my country, the first I would ask our group to do is to try produce the premiere movies from our creative session and see how Bard will help us. Since we have repeated premieres from our creative session, we gather images from around the globe. And this is a repeated activity we hold 7 times on our schedule for 2023. We issue some newsletters. So as far as we know what we can improve and say to the AI, please help us improve this. It could be a nice experiment for us to see what's the efficiency and how we can move to something more new. Because if we empty our glass, we will be open to do new things. That's exciting. I'm eager to try and move into that direction. And Bob, what did you learn this week?
Oh man, I followed in Peggy's footsteps. I did Baird or Bard too, with and I actually, you know, prompted it to write a little story on a flower, and to compare Bard with Chat GPT. I think, Peggy, you're kind of right. Baird is kind of clunky, although I would say the main difference is that Baird actually posted citations where it got the material. And I thought that was fascinating because I went straight to where they took the material and found out that they took it verbatim.
So
That's a bozo no-no.
were the citations real?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, they took the exact words out of that website, which were
That's
originally
about as real as it gets.
Well, it's okay if you do that if you give credit, but if the AI doesn't give credit, that's like you're basically busting, you know, intellectual property rights. And so, in fact, I found my job. I actually gave Google feedback on that specific topic. In fact, Baird gave me 3 drafts of the same thing, and they were each different to their credit. One was kind of boiled down, one was a little bit more expert, and the last one was really expert. And for the most part, they each one generated citations. Where did you get the material? You know, and I think that's very important because if we're going to use this tool, it has to be truthful. And so I thought that was fascinating. Also, talking about Adobe, you know, they are also getting into AI too, and their AI is called Firefly. Now, what's fascinating to me is that an AI generated graphic or whatever, a photo, is taking already from a photo from Adobe Stock, which is the site that basically you have to pay to play. And how are they going to do that? I don't know. I don't even know if you could use your own stuff to generate. However, the bottom line to me seems to be that this is still really basic and clunky. They got a long way to go to work out the kinks. It's all really fascinating. In fact, I did read an article. In fact, I watched a video from Eric Schmidt, former Google CEO, speaking of AI, and he outlined what the dangers are going forward. And this is going to be very, very difficult because there's so many people want to get away with putting up false information strictly to make money, you know. And how are we going to deal with that going forward? I really don't know. But I would say that his take that this is revolutionary, just like the Gutenberg Bible was, or the Gutenberg Press, I should say. It's going to do all sorts of dramatic things to our lives, and I'm hoping, and I think it's going to be, for the most part, really a benefit, not a danger. So that's my take. So
let's hope so. Can you then drop the link in the description of our video of that article for the viewers to read it, Bob?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And please check the description for the links to Peggy's live stream, to my article and Peggy's. We have complemented the use case for managing YouTube live streams. That is the hosting of live streams on YouTube, which is giving new opportunities. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to the channel for more live streams. We are going live not the next week, the other week. Next week we have a premiere for the Doors and Windows creative session on OnEBoard, and also follow on Twitter. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.